Alright guys, so I'm going to do a review of Jessica Jones series. This is going to be very quick due to the fact the show just premiered early this morning, and I know a lot of people are going to marathon the hell out of it, so I'm not going to spoil too much. It's pretty much talking about the show's tone, how it was, that it had a good ending like Daredevil, etc., etc. I might give you a spoiler review for Jessica Jones maybe sometime next week. Probably that'll be a video for Thursday. For now, we're just gonna give you a little review here and there, what I think about the show. Now, this is just my opinion. Don't bite my head off. I do think Daredevil was a little bit better. Maybe because I know Daredevil as the character, because I remember watching him early on in the days when he debuted. Because the first time I saw Daredevil was in Spider-Man the Anime Series, and I started studying more about him. And then we saw that God Awful Ben Affleck movie, which I don't blame too much on him with, but still, he wasn't that good in the movie. With that being said, and I was familiar with Daredevil, and I was begging for a series or a movie for Daredevil since the God Awful one we had with Ben Affleck in 2002. Jessica Jones is a different take. It does have, if y'all remember the TV show Alias with Jennifer Garner, Ben Affleck's ex-wife, it has that type of feel to it because I remember watching it with my dad. Wasn't a big fan of it, but I remember watching it with my dad. So Jessica Jones is a private eye detective. Pretty much, she does her own thing. She investigates. So people call her if there's a problem, someone missing. The first episode, I kid you not, will leave your jaw drop once you see the ending to what happened to one of her clients and their kid. That's all I'm going to say on that note. Let's talk about David Tennant as the Purple Man. He is funny. He had me crying a couple times. Again, Marvel, fantastic with your villains. This is what I want to see in your movies. Because let me say this right now. The thing that keeps Marvel interesting for me is not their movies no more. It's these TV series. It's the way they portray the villains, the way they build up characters. You probably say, well, they had 13 episodes. That is true. But I mean, goddamn, I look at The Dark Knight and that's 2 hours, and they made the Joker a fantastic villain like fucking Darth Vader. Then I think Marvel could do the same way too. They choose not to, and that's fine. They're films. I just think the Purple Man, David Tennant's character, was handled well done. Is he crazier than the Purple Man? I mean, it's not Purple Man, but Kingpin and Daredevil. They're about the same, which is very scary because they're both crazy motherfuckers. They're about the same. Purple Man's a little bit more crazier, but the thing about Purple Man is he doesn't get his hands dirty. He uses abilities and let other people get his hands dirty for him. Compared to Kingpin, he'll get his hands dirty when he needs to. Like, he'll let you know. So, okay. Like, the first time he said, handle this. Wesley, tell him to handle this, Wesley. And then he doesn't handle it. It's like, okay. And then he just gets the guy's head and gets that freaking door and pounds the shit out of their brains. And it just, the Russian dude. I felt bad for him. But he kind of stays the first two episodes, he stays in the shadows. Eventually, he does cross paths with Jessica Jones, and shit goes down when they cross paths. The actress who played Jessica Jones and David Tennant have great chemistry. They really do. They probably have the best chemistry I've seen from a hero / antagonist since Daredevil. Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Amato, I can't say his last name, I probably butcher it, but Vincent, they had some chemistry. Compared to this one, though, I think they really knocked it out of the park with these two. What I thought about Luke Cage, because his series is coming up next. The actor did good, but I kind of hate that he was just there to be for sex scenes, pretty much. He was there just for sex scenes, pretty much, throughout the first few episodes. I know he eventually does a little bit more later on, but it kind of got overwhelming because at one point she was like, let's just have sex. They just had the sex like in one episode. I think they had like 3 or 4 sex scenes in one episode. It's like, Okay, this is getting a little too much. I love more sex scene more than anybody, but if y'all ain't going True Blood with the sex scenes, then I don't want to see it no more. You know, but it was okay. He did a good job too. The supporting characters in here, I like them more in Daredevil compared to this one. Still, they were bad. The actress, I don't know if I forget her name, but the girl who played Rachel Taylor, she played some character. I gotta look up. I thought she did okay. I've seen her before. Other stuff like, let's all remember the first Transformers. I think that was Rachel's first ever credit she did, but she was good. But other than that, I mean, I think everybody did a terrific job in here. I thought the cast was, again, everybody was well cast. For what I saw of it, if they do make a second season, I wouldn't mind if they add another, second season. I wouldn't mind if it focused on Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, all three of them together. That's something I would like to see for a second season. By herself, I mean, probably by herself. If fans demand another one, then I don't mind seeing it. But I don't mind seeing her team up with somebody else. Like for Iron Fist, I stated this before and I say this again. Why aren't Iron Fist and Luke Cage in the same series together? Why are they separate? No disrespect to Iron Fist, but I think he works better with Luke Cage because the chemistry between those two, the way they can play off each other, is fucking fantastic. If you read the comics, or if you saw an episode of Avengers: Earth Mightiest Heroes, those two are a comedy duo, and they can work very well with one another. And the chemistry is there, especially in the storylines they had before. And they can combine the old storylines, and it's better because you don't have to worry about trying to build up an origins with Iron Fist. Just bring him in, have his little backstory, like play out maybe 1 or 2 episodes. Luke Cage's backstory is already being flushed out in this, and Luke and Jessica Jones, and you can do it like that. That's just my opinion. Other than that, if you haven't heard from early on, go watch Jessica Jones if you haven't seen it. I'll think about doing a spoiler review where I really go in depth and I really hammer and talk about the show. Maybe for Thanksgiving. I know most of you people be home. That'll be a little Thanksgiving gift or something like that. But for now, we'll just keep it as spoiler-less free. As always, guys, like and subscribe. Let me know down below what you guys saw of Jessica Jones. Did y'all marathon and shit like I did, and knowing that I was off of work, and they said, "Hey, Tavy, you're off of work Friday." I said, "What the fuck is I can do with Friday?" Oh, Jessica Jones is coming on. That's something for me to do. I'm about to rewatch it again too when I'm done with this recording, and then when I do the spoiler review, I have more stuff to talk about. But when you're first viewing of it, you kind of forget the first few episodes, but when you see it the second time, you kind of remember more. But as always, guys, like, subscribe. This video has went long enough. Go watch Jessica Jones. Enjoy it. Peace. Comment below if you have seen it, and comment below if you marathon it. As always, peace. Have a good day.